And so when you can learn to master your own body and your own mind in the context of the bedroom, and you can learn to get back in touch with that natural male female dynamic, I think it fixes a lot of things, and I think it starts to fix things outside of the bedroom as well. It starts to fix your own attitudes. It starts to fix the relationship dynamic, her attitude towards you, your attitude towards her, and things start falling into place. Like I've had couples reach out to me, who've met the men in particular who've implemented some of my teachings, and then he's like, "Oh, she's not nagging anymore. She's not nagging me to take the trash out. She's not nagging me to do this and that to pick the kids up from school. She's doing more things. She's doing her part now in the bedroom, where before it was very one sided on the guy's half." And all it took was him, stepping up, giving her what she really needed, which was the knowledge and the feeling that he is the man in her life. And then immediately she's more secure in her relationship. She's more secure in her choice of her partner, and she's happier again. And then he's happier. So it's just a win-win all around. That's why, that I'm very, very grateful to be able to help guys in this way, because it's come from, my knowledge and experience has come from a shady background, to say the least, right? But I've at least been able to take that and turn it into something positive for a large number of men.
Does that kind of not scare, but does it kind of shock you, like how little some people know about sex, about connection? That so many guys don't know about what women really want. That they don't understand the true depths of depravity that women want, the kind of stuff that they're into. Like, I mean, I've used toys and fucked and toilets and all these things. Guys go, "Oh no, my girl's not into that," and you're like, "Whoa," And I've lost who I was back then, and I'm trying to reclaim that, and that's why I'm so keen to have you on. But what's being an adult performer, a swinger, an escort taught you about what women want, and the kind of differences between what guys think they want and what women actually want?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are very ignorant to the kind of darker side of female sexuality and female, fantasies. They're definitely ignorant to that, and that's deliberately kind of done through, you know, romantic comedies, mainstream movies, Hollywood, like all the sex scenes and the relationship dynamics you see in all those mainstream movies and sitcoms and things is usually the bumbling idiot man, and then the competent, very masculine woman eventually like falling for him for some retarded reason. And the sexual dynamic, the sexual polarity, the sexual tension in that relationship is trash. That's what men are just sort of from childhood. That's what men are taught that male female, sexual relationships are like. They're not taught the truth. I mean, that's why books like Fifty Shades of Grey did so incredibly well, because it tapped into something in female nature that they were missing, they were craving in the outside world. And as a really good book, and even I'm not a big fan of that book in general, but there is a book that I recommend every guy read, and that's called My Secret Garden by Nancy Friday. And if you haven't heard of this book, it's an old book actually. I believe it was like 80s. And Nancy Friday worked for the New York Times, I believe, and she put out an advertisement in the New York Times asking for women to write in their deepest fantasies, and she just collected this collection of women's fantasies and put it into a book and called it My Secret Garden. And you start going through that book as a young man. I think I read that book in my mid 20s, I think, and that blew my mind.